Right, good evening, welcome, good morning, right, welcome to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, first edition of the morning, early morning conversation, essentially transfers. This week, almost all of the clubs are very active on the transfer market, but no more so than Chelsea, because, and now, if you listen to some of the updates that's coming up with respect to players and the kind of games that they will play, where they will be, all of those things, the kind of players are all of a sudden in Chelsea, people are being linked to as it stands now. It makes it really interesting in terms of who is going to go where and who is going to stay where. And it's our conversation, very important. We really sang coming in our high. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, obviously. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe it. No turn on notification. A very imperative part of subscribing. No turn on notification. Send about anytime via content ever drop. I know you're first to have it here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube over here. I'll be eating common. Of course, I'm here watching up. And then, mind you, there are no Champions League games today. No Champions League games today. The final round of the Champions League matches now. You for everybody all together at the same time. So God willing, tomorrow at exactly 9 p.m., which is going to be regular time in Africa, times somewhere around 8 p.m. They're about 6 p.m. All of the games are going to go on in the Champions League. Today, there are no games. So China 18 games so at 8 p.m. across board, maybe 8 p.m. That's where all the matches are going to go on. And of course, UEFA M-Pesa, we in a GMUMA, we to be on board the matches at the same time. No time advantage for anybody in the UEFA competition. So today, there are no UEFA games. I'm here China and a Champions League match never pass. Of course, Sunday we won. So if you are an investor there, then you have to start preparing for Sunday because tomorrow we are going to go in hard. When we do, you should make sure we invest real huge ones because definitely we are going to get some good wins now here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube in terms of transfers from the club FC Barcelona. Of course, there is sad news from the camp of Barca friend Andreas Christensen. So Christensen was injured. Now I try to say about Barca some game time under Hansi Flick. But if you say after the injury of Inigo Martinez, Eric Garcia there's been limited time for Branch friend Andreas Christensen, and that is where confusion is coming in. One Christensen offer say free Barcelona who wants to go back. Brother Christensen, what Chelsea, Chelsea really wanted him to stay in terms of ball playing center backs. It was a Brentford friend Andreas Christensen. He was a Chelsea player for a very long time. On Chelsea had a loan or Borussia Mönchengladbach, played in the German Bundesliga, came to play in the English Premier League for a very long time, and that was the conversation. Now Christensen didn't have it. He didn't have it again on Barcelona. His father, never any agent at the time, really wanted him to play at Barcelona. Always wanted him to play at Barcelona, but injuries since Barcelona hasn't really worked well for him, and it's affecting him. And then Catalonia Radio is reporting that Andreas Christensen is considering leaving FC Barcelona in the coming days if he doesn't get minutes. It's essentially about getting game time and then time to get some minutes on the field of play. But that Hansi Flick really isn't given the Dane over there. He really wants to get some game time. So over there, of course, has a branch friend Enake Pena worried about the state that he is in FC Barcelona because now he isn't getting game time as well. All of a sudden, Roger Szczesny, the number one goalkeeper of Barca for team, but the last time out against Tima, different Real Valladolid, not Valladolid, Valencia, Barcelona and Hansi Flick did manage to rest most of the first team players. So maybe still Inaki Peña the number one. So there are several players in the dressing room who prefer Inaki Peña to be in post than Roger Szczesny. I don't know why. Of course, after the game against Valencia, Frankie de Jong Chego, he was asked about his future at FC Barcelona. So Frankie de Jong is now hoping to stay in and renew his contract. We'll wait to see how that is going to happen in terms of the Barcelona players and all of those conversations. Because one English referee, your friend Michael Oliver, and in the middle between team and friend in Barcelona and Atalanta in the Champions League. It's an important one for them. And now La Liga president, friend Javi Thabas, La Liga president came in See, we are against Danny Olmo's registration. We have evidence. We think we have chance to cancel the registration. Talking about how he about any Danny Olmo registration. So Barca 4 were given a temporary registration. They were asked and they went to court. They got a temporary registration. And court asked La Liga for said they should be able to come in and then bring in reasons in here. They don't have to uphold the registration of a branch friend Danny Olmo and La Liga for president friend Javier Taba in the last press conference Eka said almost good evidence against him friend in Barcelona, and they think that they have what it takes to stop Barcelona from registering a branch here friend Danny Olmo. Of course, it means that it'll be very, very interesting, because if La Liga wanted to be provided further and better particulars about preventing Barca from registering Danny Olmo, then it sets the tone for another set of conversation at FC Barcelona. Then, of course, Barca 4 president Juan Laporte will also come in and say whatever he wants to say about La Liga and all of that conversation. Barca's new over there about a brand here friend Danny Kofi Olmo, and of course, Javier Tebas in this and come on. A lot of Barca fans have said Javier Tebas there, or for the other side, he's a Madrista, and every time they call him or a Madrista man, or no, a Madrista, and it's a conversation in front of the Mundo Deportivo. The headline is Killer Barca, and it's essentially very simple. Social Barca team there, for them, they are the killers. So now says so, or show be brave, or show be brave. 101 goals, 32 games, 3,016 minutes over there for Team of FC Barcelona. We now the official be. But then again, if you play against them, we are very more compact, yeah, aggressive, and we're showing them there, then Barca will struggle to get a job done. And now, two Barca pairs, Pedri and Gavi, very, very soon. Barca are close to a contract extension for both players over there. It's something that's very, very important for them. Two players, no person or much tenure on contract or Barca, and these are the news reads. Both Gavi and Pedri will remain with their 1 billion release clause in their new contract, but Barcelona have decided not to share this information in an official statement. They will still keep it like that. Pedri and Gavi will renew their contract to 2030, what is 5 more years from now. The intention is to give is for Gavi to sign on Thursday and then Pedri on Friday, that both of them will get a job. And exactly 1 year ago, Xavi announcing a departure from the club, and that's exactly that has been there for a very, very long time over there. Now, there was a huge bombshell interview. Okay, English Premier League referee David Kuth. And now, or your interview. In that interview, Okantin Bebre and Kofo Bebre in him, Kuth has been suspended by the Premier League with immediate effect. This happened on 11th of November 2024. And David Kuth, almost suspending our Premier League, the PGMO, a suspension. So like video be bad one thing. No say was sniffing cocaine. Now I say on pet Jurgen Klopp because Jurgen Klopp the two known as man. Of course, Kuth has come out in a very emotional interview. Wedding Komo Bebre. Now, first of all, some of the things that David Kuth went in there and said, David Kuth returned to cocaine as an escape from pressure of hiding his sexuality in a macho world. That's exactly what he said. I see he turned to cocaine. About now because he's gay. In fact, in the interview he mentioned so he's gay. But of course, a lot of people are always chastising and criticizing say cocaine almost gay. Yeah, he can't come out and tell people that he's gay. In the macho world of the Premier League, he reviewed his struggles with self-esteem and the impact of living a double life over there. Also, it has been very, very tough for him. Very, very tough. And or smoking cocaine or but it has not been easy at all for him. The sudden death of his mother and his uncle's diagnosis with motor neuron disease, combined with an intense work schedule over 90 games in a season, created pressure for Cook. Created a pressure cooker environment that led to him towards substance abuse. According to him, and that's the reason. And of course, his uncle's ailment. And I'll go back to over taking cocaine. Could face allegations regarding betting incident where a friend informed him about a bet on a player getting booked, which Could denies was pre-arranged, but acknowledged the poor judgment in messaging about it. After losing his job and facing public scrutiny, Could sought therapy, overcame his drug habit, and now hopes his story will encourage opinions and challenge his culture and norms of football over there for him. So according to him, we'll have a career therapy and all of those things, and he's hoping to be a better fine for him. Something that's going to be a really, really tough one for Brentia, your friend Kuth over there. As of this morning, there is conversation in Ranaju. There were two big news. First of all, Aston Villa said Omope, Abrantia friend João Felix, and he also want Axel Disasi. But this is the thing. Axel Disasi offer any Aston Villa and Kwan. In the English Premier League, there's Wolverhampton Wanderers. There is also teams in the German Bundesliga, and I hear saying the top half of the German Bundesliga, Omope Abrantia friend Axel Disasi. And of course, João Felix is another player that they also want him in the German Bundesliga. Fashion team said Chelsea just has one loan spot left. Just one loan spot per NRK for Chelsea to give out. Chelsea cannot give out two players on loan now. They can just give one player on loan as it stands now. Into Aston Villa for now there. Now, the case of João Felix is a little bit different because the agent, Jorge Mendes, in an air call around per minute, Jorge Mendes has mentioned, said, now Eugene said João Felix can compete with Abrantia, your friend Cole Palmer. João Felix is a good player. In fact, see, I come back to João Felix in Commander. In the summer, I wasn't in support of João Felix conversation. I didn't think say João Felix can come to Chelsea and then do some of the good job, especially as a central player. The fact that Chelsea having in Cole Palmer and in Coco, I didn't think it was going to make any difference. But really, I think that he has been good at times where he has come on. He has been decent. He has been a decent player for Chelsea. And then you will not discredit how good he has been in there. Now, Aston Villa for the pen. But any agent who he Mendes in a pushy, some per minute, a man or so back AC Milan for Bermuda, Chelsea for the catch on clear card said, and yeah, they will let Abrantia and João Felix go just on loan. If you have money, pay the money and take João Felix. So who is kind of a super player there? Then you pay the money, you take João Felix. You don't just come and say, when I hear Asumesi and that's what Benting and you want João Felix on loan and they let you go. So Chelsea remember João Felix acquire, it's going to be on cash. But I don't think that Chelsea remember João Felix acquire in January. I doubt that that's going to happen. I think that Chelsea will hold on to him for at least the summer and then they will see how good that things can go. Chelsea will not let both in Kuku and João Felix go. Still, buying for Etihad, almost trying the conversation of Abrantia, your friend Christopher and Kuku. Man United for Ninya, almost pay Christopher and Kuku as an inside 10. I've said it several times, and he's going to be really, really important for Manchester United if he goes in there. He fits what Ruben Amorim wants to do as an inside 10 or Manchester United, and that's something I'm expecting. So Manchester United for maybe they would want to do the deal in the summer, but this is a deal that if they're able to do will help them. And then some C was reporting said, as of this morning, Chelsea and Manchester United have had no agreements over the price of Alejandro Garnacho. In fact, Chelsea aim for official offer Krampon Alejandro Garnacho on him. I've said several times, Garnacho is not the kind of guy that raises the ceiling at Chelsea. He is not good enough, especially for the amount of money Manchester United for airpay for him. So that's 60 million, 65 million thereabouts. It's not the money that you want to buy Alejandro Garnacho for. Who would be open for a move if it materialized? Felix has interest from a few clubs and possible would like to stay in the Premier League. Of course, I can't several times say already when you're not England no. He doesn't want to go to any club. João Felix no. He has said it several times that he wants to stay there and that's where he wants to play every time. And if he goes in there to go and play, that's where he'll stay. He doesn't want to move away from the English Premier League. And until now, when you look at teams, to say Aston Villa will offer more concrete. But then again, Aston Villa on centre back in Axel Disasi. So how is that going to happen? Are they going to give Axel Disasi or not? Or what's going to happen? See, I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans say a lot of things about saying at Chelsea foreign control players in January. For me, I've said several times, you don't buy players in January. And when Chelsea, maybe you've been a Chelsea fan for just the last few years. I've not seen a Chelsea player come in January that's in the ground running before. You have to take your time. I mean, in what I'm hearing from Pat, and he said, one of the things that's going on in England is that, Enzo Maresca and Chelsea sporting directors near a meeting. In that meeting, Okacho Mubim saw a center forward. On when you go scoring winger canopy, or a center forward, center back any priority for him. He needs a center forward. What the Chelsea sporting directors air catcher and say, almost options now, almost in terms of center forward, no, they are not available in January. And almost said we'll get quality for him in January. In think I want to know Senegal, when as this season goes on in the summer, they will get his option for him. They will get a center forward that he wants for him. And of course, Enzo Maresca was clear. I've said it several times again. Anybody that thinks Enzo Maresca is not a good manager is not worth a shot. He's a top manager. And yes, people make mistakes. And I like the fact that he said games like that will make his players grow up and then learn a lot of things from them. And they are going to go in there and then and play very, very well how they wanted to play over there. But wait to see how things will go on over the income. And Chelsea are looking for a winger on number 9 for now. And after that meeting, this was the briefing that went out now to set up a deal for the summer. So Chelsea full plan, they said, if they don't even get the number 9 as a number 6 in CCR, what they'll do is that they will set it up for the summer. Chelsea per quality 6, maybe they'll bring another ground eater to be next to Moises Caicedo. Then they'll bring Obitia Andre Santos back in the team, or Leslie Gochuku. Then they will have Enzo Fernandez and Romeo Laviamo in and around the team. Then if they don't get it now, they will set it for the summer. Say, okay, they will do an agreement, but then get a player for the summer. Send me a player and the team about him. Then everything's going to go on well. Chelsea will be in touch this week with Manchester United with opportunities and ask questions or branch and Alejandro Garnacho. They want to see if they will be able to get it over there. Of course, Axel de Sass, like I said earlier, also has interest in the German Bundesliga, and a lot of clubs are looking at Abrantia, the friend Axel de Sass, to come in. Wait to see. Slovak president on the weekend said each Chelsea or Liverpool who are also interested in him had come with an offer around 17 to 18 million. I would have hesitated to approach it differently from the perspective of promoting the club or the player's interest. Crystal Palace could face competition from the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool for Brighton, for left wing back Alhaji Malik Diouf over there for him. And Kani Chukwuemeka was also being discussed by team and friend at Juventus, and we want to see. And now, Mikel Obi in the Obi-Wan podcast spoke about the Chelsea owners and certain things about them. See, I don't know too much about these American owners. They call it football or soccer. Anyone who calls football soccer, I don't want to talk to you. You clearly have no knowledge of the game. No, but Roman was the guy spending so much money, bringing the best, always making sure we are on top. Every year we were winning trophies and competing. Even if we didn't win, the next year we have 1 or 2 trophies. For us, Roman was the guy over there for him. Mikel has spoken to some people close to Roman. He is not happy. He's still really angry, and with what happened, and he had to sell. He's not happy with the fact that he lost his baby over there. And that's what Mikel Obi didn't come out about the new owners at Chelsea. I understand my former colleagues don't want to say it, but I'm coming out and saying it. We need a top goalkeeper, top striker to win the league. Robert isn't that guy, and Nicolas isn't that guy over there. Theo does not see Chelsea over there. According to Mikel Obi, Robert Sanchez is not going to be that guy for Chelsea. I hope so. I hope he's not going to be that. Of course, by the 27th of January, and then Chelsea still, 28th of January actually, Chelsea have not gotten any new centre back. They have not gotten any new. They've not gotten any new midfield depth. No players sold. No left back cover. Sent on loan, of course. Obviously, Chelsea are having Shimi on the bench in the academy, and that's what they want to do over there. The next week is very simple. We must recall Leslie and Ugo Adult away from home from the bridge. Man City, Crystal Palace, Ipswich Town, Everton away from home. Chelsea have truly struggled. One player at Chelsea for one have really gone close to getting a Bournemouth for centre back, a friend Hoyson, and that's one player that Chelsea are really looking at getting him in, and we'll see how things go in terms of a brand, a friend Hoyson. Of course, this is where we draw the curtain on this morning's edition here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Like we've always been saying, if you're not subscribed, you should subscribe, turn on notification, make sure in the notification turning, you do choose all. Chelsea and Manchester United remain in contact regarding transfer of Christopher and Kuku. We'll see how that one will go. We'll see how those plans are going to turn out over there for him. We'll see how things are going to go on in that regard over there. We'll see if all of those deals are going to go in, and it's going to be clear for Chelsea Football Club as it goes on. Of course, this is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We will be back on later in the day. Bye.